Earlier this month, Ultra-Right Beer released a limited edition 25 six-pack called Revenge of the Conservative Dad. The label featured Donald Trump's mugshot. The brand announced on its website that some of proceeds would be used to fight the communist Fulton County District Attorney on behalf of 3 Georgia Republicans being prosecuted in state's election racketeering case. The product's description also promised, "This will be the most collectible beer can in American history." There has been a lot of consumer research in the past showing that what Americans drink is an indicator of where they fall politically. In 2014, The Washington Post summed it up succinctly: hipster beers are for Democrats, lighters are for Republicans, and whiskey drinkers vote. A few years later, research compiled by Data Quencher in 2018 and reported by Good Beer Hunting found that those who identified as conservatives drank more macro beer than those who considered themselves liberal. Craft was favored among liberals. However, the beer industry is changing in an interesting way where a drinker's politics aren't just something that drives purchasing decisions. Evidenced by Ultra-Right's new release as well the multitude of craft products produced by producers who espouse opposing views. These also belong to the label. Some may see this development as performative. But as with all political discourse, there is hope that one's message may resonate with the opposition. And where better to start than in the beer aisle of a liquor store? For example, in 2016, North Carolina introduced and passed Bill 2 in less than 12 hours. The law, known colloquially as the bathroom bill, forced transgender people to use restrooms that did not align with their gender identity and also struck down all LGBTQ inclusive non-discrimination ordinances, banned new ones, and prohibited residents from filing discrimination lawsuits in the state. We didn't feel like the legislation that was signed represented us as voters, entrepreneurs, or business owners, said Eric Lars Myers, Mr. B Brewing's CEO and head brewer at the time. We wanted to do something in response. Frankly, the answer was of course to brew some beer. Myers and Kyle Jansen of Ponysaurus Brewing in Durham organized an effort to produce Don't Be Bad to People season of the Golden Rule. Ultimately, the beer, produced jointly by 40 microbreweries in the state, was a protest against HB 2. The striking white label said as much, while also informing buyers that their purchases would support Equality NC and queer-oriented Radical Days of Summer, an organization that organizes camping trips for gay and transgender youth. We felt like this was something we wanted to do to show rest of world that this is not case in North Carolina, Myers wrote on Group's now archived fundraising website. Around same time, Wedge Brewing Company in North Carolina took an approach that was somehow both more obvious and more subtle. They